coming up on the Met Report.
The sidewalks of campus have been blocked by construction. We'll have an update on how long it's going to last.
And Valentine's Day is this weekend. We'll show you ways to make the day special while on a budget.
And later in sports, we get an inside look on a Super Bowl victory.
This one's for Pat!
The Met Report starts now.
Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Ashley Craven.
And I'm Avery Anderson. The Student Success Building has been the temporary home to an artistic display created by middle schoolers from the STEM Launch program. Today will be the last day for you to catch a glimpse of their 3,500 can couch and make a donation to tackle hunger.
Students hoping to graduate this semester have just a few more hours to apply for graduation in the spring. Online applications are being accepted by the Registrar's Office through the end of today. The application can be found on the Student Hub towards the bottom of the page. Commencement will be held Saturday, May 14th at the Denver Coliseum.
And if you aren't ready for graduation quite yet, it's time to start thinking about summer classes. The summer class schedule will be released Monday. Students are encouraged to meet with their advisors to find out which classes they still need. Registration begins February 29th.
According to Pew Hispanic, Colorado is home to almost 250,000 Latino millennials eligible to vote. Voter advocates on campus are organizing to encourage them to register.
250,000 people, a number easily said, but getting to mobilize such a huge amount of Hispanic millennials to register to vote is quite challenging for Colorado voter registration advocates.
I think that kind of rubbed off a little bit on our generation, and it just, we're just not accustomed to talking about it, let alone looking into it,
Advocates go against a mix of lack of information and demotivation.
If Latinos don't go out to vote, with everything going on nowadays, new legislations would not represent us.
Recent studies show Hispanics do vote once they are registered. A group of Auraria students are getting organized to open a chapter of the National Hispanic Voter Education Foundation. They are looking for new members and plan to hand flyers with voter registration information.
We are going to unite all of them because that is where power comes from.
And after May, they plan to take direct actions to mobilize their Hispanic millennial peers.
I think when I realized how important voting is, like how much that really impacts our future and the effects it has on me. And
for the Met Report, Janice Carrasquez.
Student organizations in the Tivoli gathered to promote student engagement and recruit new members. The carnival hosted approximately 30 student organizations with their very own carnival games, including water pong, a beanbag toss, giant Jenga, and things got a little rowdy with junk in the trunk. Students will have another opportunity to sample this range of student groups in the upcoming Auraria Spring Fling.
The sidewalks of campus are torn apart as crews work several projects across Auraria. Construction on the Tivoli Park Quad began in July and is expected to continue through spring. Meanwhile, the Auraria Library renovations are expected to extend until December of this year. Both of the facilities are open during construction, but students will continue to be detoured around work areas.
I feel like it's been going on for a long time, so no, I wish it would go by like a little faster.
I think they're gonna try to make it better for the students to hang out with other people, have a social life.
I mean, it's kind of annoying, but I'm excited to see like what happens.
Well, that quad looks so cool. I'm excited for it because it's warm.
It'll be nice to be outside. Yeah, hopefully that warm weather carries over, especially once that quad opens.
Yeah.
Well, let's check out Douglas with the weather now.
Yeah, guys, that quad would sure be nice today. On a nice day like today, 52 degrees right now here in the Mile High City. Our high today, we're going to get up to 55 degrees and light winds coming out of the northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Again, we'll be at 53 by the 3 o'clock hour, and as we drop things off tonight at the 9 o'clock hour, we'll be sitting at 38 degrees. We're going to build some clouds in, but nothing too major. Our average high, we're sitting above that for right now, for this time of year, 45 degrees, and our low at 18. Nowhere near the records. Thank goodness for that record low. We're not close to that. And our average snowfall for this month is 5.5 inches. And thanks to that storm that we got at the beginning of the month, we are going to exceed that. Now, coming up here in just a few minutes, I'm going to have your full forecast for your Valentine's Day on Sunday and your President's Day on Monday.
Thanks, Douglas. Coming up after the break, we recap the big homecoming parade for the Denver Broncos in Civic Center Park.
Beyoncé's Formation is causing an uproar, and a deadly, hilarious superhero hits the box office just in time for V-Day. Emet is next.
Watch our Spanish newscast Noticiero Emet Friday at 10:30 a.m. Sports, entertainment, weather, events, all you need to know about our school, our region, and our world.
On Comcast Channel 54 in Denver and Channel 20 on campus. Noticiero Emet, the student's voice of MSU Denver in Spanish.
Hey Roadrunners, my name is Mary Kate Newton, Editor-in-Chief of the Metropolitan, our school's weekly student-run newspaper, and this is what we do. Check us out for all the latest in Roadrunners sports, all the latest in entertainment and reviews, all the latest in MSU Denver news and other local happenings. And we are always looking for new writers, photographers, and copy editors, so if you're interested in being part of the staff, visit Tivoli 313. The Metropolitan is the student voice of MSU Denver. Let your voice be heard.
Welcome back. The FBI now has an animal cruelty database that will track animal abuse nationwide. The system developed by the FBI is being called the National Animal Cruelty Incident-Based Reporting System. The system will begin collecting data from law enforcement agencies on acts of animal cruelty, torture, gross neglect, and sexual abuse. The NIBRS system will reveal national results and patterns of the nature of cruelty to animals.
Human trafficking is a growing issue here in Colorado, and MSU Denver is one of the only universities teaching students the effects it has on the community. Valentina Bonaparte has more.
What do you know about human trafficking in Colorado?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I don't know anything about human trafficking in Colorado.
I didn't know there was trafficking in Colorado.
One of the misconceptions about human trafficking is that it's not happening in Colorado and it's not happening in Denver. And it is.
MSU Denver is one of the only institutions to offer a human trafficking course at undergraduate level. In addition, we have a human trafficking academic response team to support survivors attending college.
Human trafficking academic response team, we've worked with 65 survivors of labor and sex trafficking since fall of 2007. I invite folks to take the trafficking class to really think hard about ways in which those stereotypes are put out there and to learn more about what that really looks like in Colorado. Denver law around prostitution-related arrests make no distinction between purchaser and seller.
If you're interested in human trafficking issues, you can volunteer at the Colorado Network to End Human Trafficking Hotline. To apply, send an email to hotline@combathumantrafficking.org. CONNECT is a statewide resource with over 250 agencies across the state providing services to survivors of labor and sex trafficking. For the Met Report, Valentina Bonaparte.
With Valentine's Day coming up this weekend, estimates show that Americans are spending more than previous years. According to the National Retail Federation, Valentine's Day sales will top off at $19.7 billion. Some of the top-selling items include flowers and evening out and jewelry.
And if you're looking to save a little money this Valentine's Day, here's a few ideas for fun and easy DIY projects. Walk your loved one through an array of priceless memories. All you need is 26 balloons, masking tape, scissors, and 26 photos filled with bliss. Balloon store closed? Find an old Rubik's Cube and glue 6 of the best printed memories matching each of the 6 colors.
$1 million plus stood strong as the Denver Broncos paraded down the streets of Denver in the Super Bowl 50 celebration. Michael Jeffs joined in on the party.
The trophy is back in the Mile High City.
The Super Bowl celebration has not stopped here in Colorado as 1 million Denverites flood the streets of Denver to welcome home the world champions for the 3rd time. Fans are electrified as 303, Big Head Todd, and Funkophilia bring in the day.
I may have not been able to hold the Lombardi Trophy, but right now I am in front of thousands of fans, right in front of a concert full of 3 bands here originating in Colorado. Everybody, Broncos on 3! 1, 2, 3!
Pre-parade activities are just the beginning of the storm, with fans already pumped up. They wait for the parade to begin. Leading the parade off is Thunder, followed by Engine 18, carrying the heart of the team and the Lombardi. Following behind Engine number 7, with the brains of the team and the star receivers. Close behind them is the backbone of the 2016 team, the #1 defense in the NFL. Each section of the team had their own engine.
It's awesome seeing all the players. I've never been that close to all the players.
This is incredible. Repping the state, repping the players. Oh, so much fun.
1 million strong, the day ends in Civic Center Park with a rally. For the Met Report, Michael Jeffs.
A video released by CDOT reminds drivers to bow to the plows. The video from earlier this month shows a driver attempting to pass the plow in formation, causing himself and others danger. CDOT urges motorists to use extra caution when driving near snowplows and refrain from passing while they are in motion. If nothing else, it keeps a video of your careless driving off the internet.
Well, so far the month of February has been off to an awesome start weather-wise. Warm temperatures all month long, and that's going to continue through this weekend. Saturday, 65 in Denver, 62 in Thornton, 60s all across the Front Range, even in Evergreen and Conifer. Typically cooler spots in the area, 50s up there. We're going to cool things off a little bit on Sunday, but not much to make a difference at all. 58 in Denver, 55 up in Thornton. Down south in Parker, 53 degrees. And again, if you are up in the Foothill region, upper 40s, but still not bad. That's all because of this high pressure system we have sitting in place over the southeastern portion of the state. And it's pretty much keeping us dry and warm. Again, nothing going on across the whole country. On Sunday, though, we do build in some rain up in the Dakotas and for our friends up in the Pacific Northwest. But again, around here, not much going on. For tonight, we're going to see our temperature 32 degrees under partly cloudy skies, light winds coming out of the south-southwest. For tomorrow morning, 44 degrees under, again, partly cloudy skies with, again, light winds. We're going to really, again, turn the heat up tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to see temperatures 65 degrees is what we're going to top off at tomorrow under, again, partly cloudy skies with light winds, again, out of the west-northwest. Much of the same for Sunday. We're going to see our high temperature at 58 degrees and mostly sunny skies with a few clouds in the afternoon. And we're going to bring a chance for wind in a little bit, nothing too major. But again, in our 5-day, it looks awesome through the whole week, next week. Monday for President's Day, 60 degrees. Look at that, 70 degrees on Wednesday and Thursday. Now check out this picture. This picture is from our own Miranda McCodgkins of the Tivoli. The sun's setting over the Tivoli. This is an awesome picture, and we want to see your pictures. If you ever have any pictures you want to share with us, you can send those to us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We would love to see them. Stay tuned. Emet is next.
MyMetMedia.com is a new interactive website. Watch full newscasts from the Met Report. The Metropolitan have you covered. K-Met Radio have everything you need 24 hours a day. El Noticiero TV Met give you news in Spanish. How to advertise with us? Email sales@metmedia.com.
Now joining us for Emet is Melanie Townsend.
But what is up, y'all? Melanie here, and it has been a glorious week in the Mile High. The Broncos win the Super Bowl, the Met Report gets a new and improved set, and love is in the air. We'll go over what a few students did for their Valentine's Day sweethearts in a bit. But first, let's get the dish out on these celebs. While Coldplay headlined for the Super Bowl halftime show, we all know the Queen Bee dominated as soon as she pulled up on the field. Her song Formation has gone viral and has even skyrocketed Red Lobster sales. But while the tune is catchy, it contains a deeper meaning pertaining to the Black Lives Matter movement and police brutality. Some of you have been shocked and even disgusted over her stance, including Fox analyst Rudy Giuliani and Tommy Lauren.
All the way to Oscars So White, and now even the Super Bowl halftime show has become a way to politicize and advance the notion that Black lives matter more. This isn't about equality. This is about ramrodding an aggressive agenda down our throats and using fame and entertainment value to do so. Beyonce, really?
Hey, ignore the shade, Beyonce, okay? Your performance gave me life. Someone else is shaking up the music industry, and it isn't the first time he's raised some eyebrows. In this week's Celeb Dish, Kanye West has no doubt confused us or inspired us with his eccentric style, lyrics, and music videos. But now he tops it all off with the release of his new album. West tweeted to his followers TLOP, standing for The Life of Pablo. And by Pablo, we mean the most notorious drug lord in existence. With possibly not so subtle drug references, Yeezy plans to perform his new album at Madison Square Garden, along with an extensive fashion show. And while the name may change, here are some of the new tracks on TLOP that won't be. OMG, Kanye West is so MFLWTG. Okay, I won't tell you what that means, so let's just move on. Love comes in many different forms on Valentine's Day, and sometimes it comes in the form of a card and a condom.
What are the essentials for any college student's Valentine's Day? Well, according to the Health Center, it's cards and condoms. This past Wednesday, the Health Center hosted their annual Cards and Condoms event, and as the name implies, students were able to make a card for their loved one and pick up some protection for what sometimes concludes a Valentine's date. There were many entities from campus represented, such as the Phoenix Center, the Institute for Women's Studies, and the LGBTQ Student Services. The event was about more than just helping college students prepare for the Day of Love, and maybe a little more. Students were able to learn valuable information about STDs and resources available to them here on campus.
The Health Center over in Plaza 150 always offers free HIV testing, that is kind of part of your student fees that you pay for the health center. And it's a blood draw, it's not a rapid test, so you wouldn't get your results right away, and you can just walk in. You don't have to make an appointment, and they can get you set up with that.
To see how much the Auraria campus knew about STDs, we jokingly asked students which celebrities they thought might have an STD.
Say Selena Gomez.
Maybe Selena Gomez.
To go with Justin Bieber.
Kendall Jenner.
Justin Bieber.
Selena Gomez.
Well, Selena, I'm sorry. I really am, especially after this happened.
I'm here to admit that I am, in fact, HIV positive.
So this Valentine's Day, try making a homemade card. It might just be the push your relationship needs to use that condom you've been holding on to. For the Met Report, Avery Anderson.
Dang, my poor girl Selena was shown no love by those Metro students. But you know what I hope they do love are these weekend's fantastic new must-sees.
Kind of lonesome back here.
Little help here.
Excuse me. Woo!
Dopinder.
Pool. Dead.
Why the fancy red suit, Mr. Poole?
Oh, that's because it's Christmas Day, Dopinder. And I'm after someone on my naughty list.
Wouldn't you like to spend the V-Day with the Merc with the Mouth, especially if that Merc is Ryan Reynolds? Another Marvel comic book legend is coming to theaters, only with more sass, style, and sweet, sweet action. Reynolds plays Wade Wilson, who, after a rather nasty experiment that left him looking like
an avocado had sex with an older avocado.
Thank you.
seeks revenge as a super assassin with a relentless sense of humor.
We were a joke out there.
I guess fashions change.
Meet the biggest supermodel in the whole world. This is all.
Are you like a male model or a female model?
All is all.
I think he's asking, do you have a hot dog or a bun?
Is there anything better in the world than being really, really, really ridiculously good looking? Well, the answer is yes, and it's making another sequel to an iconic comedy. Stiller and Wilson are back as the hilariously vapid and chic duo in Zoolander 2. This time they face some new as well as old enemies in a world that is rapidly outgrowing them. It's up to Derek and Hansel, along with a sexy spy, to stop an evil plot to destroy the world's most beautiful people.
That beautiful Magnum.
Wait, Magnum, now! Oh, you have this! Oh, yeah, tequila! Oh!
Maybe we could try a washcloth.
Well, there you have it. Don't go away, guys, because sports is next.
Roadrunners, their third straight regional title.
You love Roadrunner sports, and so do we. From high-flying Metro State action to in-depth interviews with coaches, players, and staff, the Roadrunner Review is here to keep you up to date with everything that is Metro State sports.
Yeah, there we go.
Check us out on Altitude Sports and Entertainment, Comcast CET, and at GoMetroState.com to follow your Roadrunners all season long.
Roadrunners with our impressive comeback.
So tune in and get rowdy.
Now joining us for sports is Celeste Zubia.
After women's basketball swept the weekend here at home, they're looking to do the same as they traveled to Western State last Friday night. Emily Hardigan, who was named RMAC Offensive Player of the Week, why you ask? Hardigan led her team with 30 points and 10 rebounds in the Roadrunners' overtime win, and there's your answer. But Hardigan wasn't the only one doing big things on the court. Janae Squires-Horton came in clutch by making both of her free throws, putting MSU Denver up by 2 with 18 seconds left. The Mountaineers' Taylor Long responded with the layup that forced some extra minutes on the scoreboard. The Lady Roadrunners were able to pull through with the win against Western State, and so did the men's team as they were on the hunt to continue their 5-game win streak. Player of the game, Andre Harris, was dabbing all night with 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks on the night. And with great shooting percentages from the whole team, it was no surprise that Division II Men's Basketball Hero of the Week, Tony Robinson, had 18 points. So with that being said, it's no surprise that our men's basketball team is ranked #1 in the Rocky Division. Speaking of #1, in case you guys haven't heard, I just thought I would remind you all again, the Denver Broncos are Super Bowl 50 champions! Last Sunday might have been the best day for every Bronco fan since 1998, and our very own Anthony Rodriguez gives us some more insight on the Denver Broncos' 3rd Super Bowl win.
Well, and I'm going to say this, and he would not want me to say this, but this one's for Pat!
The words that every Broncos fan had hoped to hear at the conclusion of Super Bowl 50. John Elway returns the favor for the legendary owner Pat Bowlen, world champs, for the 3rd time in franchise history. And just like how it was with number 7 at the helm back in the late 90s, defense was the name of the game and the key to success.
We knew what our identity was all year long, how we won games. We won a lot of close football games. We played very consistent defense. We considered ourselves a grinding type football team, and like I said, I think it was more about just holding true to who we were.
And hold it true, they did indeed. 7 sacks, 4 turnovers, and an all-around dominant defensive performance that will go down as one of the best in NFL history.
We knew what type of team we were playing, and a very, very talented team. But we knew what type of game we would have to play, and it's a true blessing to set a goal and go out there and achieve it.
As for Peyton, Super Bowl 50 may have been the last rodeo for the Sheriff, following a season where he sustained a benching and numerous injuries, but the Broncos say it proudly. There is no Lombardi number 3 without number 18.
The job he did this year to make his way back for our football team was the difference in us being a champion or not. I mean, what he had to go through physically was very difficult, and it was tough on him mentally, but him fighting the battle to get back, getting himself in position to lead our team again the last month, it says so much about him as a person. I mean, we all know what type of career he's had as a player, but as a person, it's been tremendous.
Peyton Manning gets the chance to retire a Super Bowl champion. The defense puts up a performance for the ages, and the Lombardi Trophy is right back where it belongs in the Mile High City. Reporting from a sea of orange in downtown Denver, Colorado, for the Met Report, Anthony Rodriguez.
Well, guys, I know you guys are just as sad as Cam Newton was now that football season's over, but no worries because baseball has now started and our men's baseball team here at MSU Denver plays this weekend.
Awesome. I'm so happy that the Broncos won. That was such an exciting game.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if you're headed out to the baseball game this weekend, it's going to be an awesome weekend to get that. We're going to be in the 50s, and we're going to continue to see those temperatures stay warm throughout the next week. 60 degrees on Monday. Again, look at that, 70 degrees by Wednesday and Thursday, and Friday, 66. So guys, we're really getting out of the January cold and into kind of the springtime a little bit.
It's definitely warmer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Feels good.
Well, for the latest campus news and events, be sure to visit our website at mymetmedia.com and connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'd love to hear from you.
For the entire Met Report staff, thanks for tuning in to the Met Report. We'll see you on campus.